This is the 2023 Toyota Supra 2.0. 1978 brought a sporty two-door coupe with a manual transmission known as the Celica Supra, until it disappeared in the early 2000s but reborn again in 2020. Toyota now introduced a 6-speed manual to come with this car, but now if those out, is this base 2.0 model the way to go? Let's go ahead and find out. Before this video begins, special shout out to Tyler at Victory Toyota of Canton. He provided this Supra for us today before it was sold, and be sure to check out their website. They have a bunch of cool inventory like this. Now getting started with the styling, as we can see, the Supra wears a very bold, aggressive, and stylish look. The bottom part here is split into 3 vents with a splitter at the bottom. However, not everything is fully functional, and this vent right here under the headlights are just half functional. Now, the good thing is that you have fully LED headlights with projector beam style and no fog lights. However, this does have a very nice look to it, and I would say it's a very sharp design. This base model Supra comes with an 18-inch split-spoke alloy wheel that looks plenty sharp for this base model. This will also be covered with performance tires. Come and join me now as we look at the side profile of this 2023 Supra. I love how the hood and fender are one piece, and we have this really nice muscle line under the door with a fake vent. Today's tester will have the optional carbon fiber mirror caps that look super sharp on this Supra. These will be heating, power folding, power adjusting, and blind spot monitoring. Coming to the rear end, as you can see, most cars have a plain one. This one has an aggressive one.
Dual exhaust down
really
below.
Awesome dual exhaust down below.
And the
a
back
spoiler
of this trunk
that's kind of reaches out.
Nicely.
And completely LED taillights that have a very cool and slim look to it, reverse lights at the very bottom, and of course the LED brake light way at the top there. Now coming to the interesting part, the interior. So this is where the racer is going to be. This is where you're going to be when you're racing down the track. Let's get into it. Starting with the door panel, as you can see, very stylish, just like the BMW Z4 it is heavily based off of. Mostly soft touch plastic up top, not that nicest padding on the armrest, a little bit of gloss black right there, and same hard touch plastic down below. Very tight with the door pocket. As you can see, not a lot of stuff you can fit in there, and no bottle holder at all. And as you can see, the window, there's nothing limiting it up top. Now coming to the seats, these will be manual adjusting, and since the packaging is not completely off yet, you do have leather bolster seats with Alcantara in the middle, and you have nice red and white contrast stitching right there. Now, we also have Toyota Supra branding right there, and it is very hard to get in and out of this teeny tiny little car. Let's do it. Once you're in the cabin, not as claustrophobic as it looks on the outside. However, it could be better in my opinion. Now, overall, not too nice on the interior. I'm not expecting something like that. Steering wheel is very nice, a little bit heavier than I expected. Cruise control on the left, and you have some customization for your gauge clusters on the right. Materials. So mostly soft touch plastic everywhere you look, right through the dash and right there, even on the armrest, which is not very nice. Carbon fiber trim in the center area, and you have a little bit of storage and some glossy black right there. Now, coming to storage, this isn't even a part of this video because you have one storage tray right there, and that's it. So storage, very messed up in this Supra. You have one USB port and a little power socket. Now, the other piece of storage you have is 2 cup holders, and this isn't even a center console that you can lift up like most cars have. Now, I do apologize because the center screen is not turning on right now. We have some wrapping on it because this car literally just came in while we were driving over here, so we will not be able to get to that at the moment. We have physical climate controls, nothing to do with the digital part, and you have controls that are very like the BMW Z4 it is based off of. Now, I will tell you a little bit about the center screen. You do have a backup camera with a little diagram of the car to show you your parking sensors, and it is pretty basic with wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So nothing really special for the infotainment, could be better, and not my favorite overall. So we do have our climate controls right here, got auto activated right here, and that is basically it. Besides, no sunroof up top, which I'm not expecting very much. We have a cutout for your head on the driver and passenger side, and a normal rear view mirror. And now coming to the passenger side, as you can see, very nice, very similar to the driver's side, softish plastic, hard armrest, and barely any storage down there. We have a dead button right there, no idea why they put that there, and you have the glossy black, not my favorite around the switchgear that tracks dust and fingerprints. Now, the seats will be exactly the same. This is also wrapped up, so you have manual adjusting and all of that. Speakers in here are really impressive for a base model. However, I could not test them out in the video because of copyright. Now the windows do a strange little thing where they roll up just a little bit when I come in. Don't know what's up with that. Tell me in the comments down below if you know what it is doing. Now, you have nice white contrast stitching, same plastic, and a teeny tiny little glove box with some felt lining. Now you have a little net over here that barely fits anything. No clue why they even put that there if it can't fit anything. We've got some simple vents and this strange little thing right there. Now, versatility, you're not going to expect much, but this car blew my mind for how tiny it was. Look at this trunk space, 10 cubic feet. The load floor is pretty high, so if you have something really big and heavy, you're going to have to lift it over a high trunk. But look at that, you have cutouts right there to maximize the amount of space, and you even have like speaker grill like things right there that put out a very, very good sound system. So you also have on today's tester the charging cable package and the carpet floor mats, which is pretty neat. So this car was recently transported here, so we cannot open the hood today. However, I can tell you the specs without opening the hood. We have a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder engine. Of course, you could jump up to the 3-liter turbo, but we're not doing that today. We have 255 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque, and this is all mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now in 2023, you can get a manual on the 3.0 models, but that'll be a little bit more expensive because it is on a higher trim level. Fuel economy is relatively good, 23, 28, and 25. That's what EPA rated it, so that is relatively good for this car. Measuring in length, you're looking at 153 inches, about 75 inches for the width, and for the first time I'll be including the height, that will be 53 inches. Alrighty everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. My final thoughts: the Supra 2.0 is a great car. It is relatively affordable. I would say that it's not my favorite. It is way too much based on the BMW Z4. I've never seen a Toyota key fob like this with a most random red stripe and a weird shape. Just the overall layout of this interior is just all BMW. So if Toyota put their own work into the Supra, I'd say this is the perfect Toyota sports car for you.